I gotta shower. Okay. No, not in a fun way.
The Flight Attendant is an American comedy drama streaming television series based on the 2018 novel of the same name by Chris Bohajalian. It stars Kaley Cuoco in the title role and premiered on HBO Max on November 26, 2020. In December 2020, the series was renewed for a second season. The first season was highly entertaining, and we are sure the same can be expected of Season 2. What is going to happen in Season 2? We found out what we could. Enjoy the video. This is the Flight Attendant Season 2, everything we know so far. But before we get into the video, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel with notifications on so you don't miss any of the new videos we post. What is the flight attendant about? At first, American flight attendant Cassie Bowden is a reckless alcoholic who drinks during flights and spends her time off with strangers, including her passengers. When she wakes up in a hotel room in Bangkok with a hangover from the night before, she discovers the dead body of a man who was on her last flight lying next to her, his throat slashed. Afraid to call the police, she cleans up the crime scene, then joins the other airline crew traveling to the airport. In New York City, she is met by Federal Bureau of Investigation (FBI) agents who question her about the layover in Bangkok. Still unable to piece the night together and suffering intermittent flashbacks or hallucinations about it, she begins to wonder who the killer could be. Cassie's conflict is mainly with herself as she battles her addiction and the cause of her alcoholism, her father. Her external conflict is staying alive and out of prison. By the end of the first season, it looks like Cassie may have gotten over the first hurdle in her struggle with alcoholism as she makes peace with the truth about the father and the fact that as a young girl, she could have changed nothing. Season 1 ending. Before we look at Season 2, let's have a look at how the first season ended. Cassie's fingerprints are found on the bottle in Alex's apartment. Miranda learns of Victor's location and confronts him before killing him and taking the money. This causes her to miss the flight to Rome. Buckley follows Cassie to Rome and attempts to kidnap her. He later knocks out Miranda. Cassie escapes and obtains a gun from Enrico. Annie turns over the flash drive to Van and Kim, exonerating Cassie as they all realize Buckley is the killer. Megan and Cassie share their secrets with each other as Megan goes on the run. Cassie kisses Alex goodbye in her head before she is confronted by Buckley, who divulges that he has been stalking her since Bangkok. Buckley attempts to kill Cassie and Enrico, but they are both saved by Shane, who arrests Buckley. Shane reveals he has been working with the CIA undercover, investigating Megan. Miranda disappears, but leaves Cassie the book. Back home, Cassie reunites with Davy, promising him she will be different from now on. Cassie vows to remain sober to Davy and Annie. That is when Shane tells Cassie that the CIA is interested in her becoming a human asset. The series ends Season 1 as Cassie reflects on her journey and the scenarios in her mind as she closes the dark part of her life for good and smiles happy for the future. Season 2 plot. The star of the flight attendant, Kaley Cuoco, has teased what fans can expect from the upcoming second season. At the end of Season 1, fans learned that Cassie Bowden's Cuoco colleague is a CIA agent and that the organization itself was interested in her too. This already creates some interest in Season 2. Speaking to Deadline about where the character stands in Season 2, the actress teased, "She is an asset. She's not a magical CIA agent. She's trying to keep secrets and she's terrible at it. She's street smart and quirky, but it's a small side gig next to her normal life, and she has to keep being reminded of that as well." Expanding further, Cuoco added, "Cassie is trying to live a sober life, and she's also trying to be the fun Cassie. She thinks she's not enjoyable when she's not drunk. She thinks that's who she is. So to take that away from her, to try and live a normal existence, she's gonna really learn fast that it's not all going to work for her. She also looks at life in black and white. She thinks she's sober now, and so here comes her perfect life, and it's not going to turn out that way for her at all. There's so much temptation around. She moves to LA to Santa Monica and has a sober boyfriend." Cassie and Miranda's plan to fly to Rome and ensnare Buckley, aka Felix, fell apart, and Cassie ended up facing him alone. She was saved in the end by Shane, who turned out to be a CIA operative. Meanwhile, Miranda retrieved Alex's book with the bank account numbers and disappeared with the money. With her name cleared, Cassie got sober and returned to work at Imperial Airlines. Since Cassie got an offer from Shane to be an asset for the CIA, it could play a big part in Season 2. Yes, that's where the Flight Attendant Season 2 could pick up, with Cassie continuing to fly around the world, outwardly as an airline employee, but embarking on secret missions for the CIA. Since she's not trained, we expect that her tasks would be of the soft variety. Season 1 ended with a few options in terms of plotline for Season 2. Miranda is still out there, and Felix is not dead. Then, of course, Megan's connection to her husband in North Korea is still a loose end and may become a plot point for Season 2. The Flight Attendant Season 2 is introducing a big change when it returns to HBO Max, a move to Los Angeles. The series got a tax break from California, so it's shifting from New York to sunny LA. The Flight Attendant Season 2 cast. The cast of The Flight Attendant is led by Kaley Cuoco as Cassie Bowden, an employee of Imperial Airlines. Cast members who could return for Season 2 include Zosia Mehmet as Anne Meridian, Cassie's best friend and a lawyer, T.R. Knight as Davy Bowden, Cassie's brother, Rosie Perez as Megan Briscoe, an Imperial Airlines flight attendant now on the run, Griffin Matthews as Shane Evans, a flight attendant and a secret CIA agent, Dennis Akdenis as Max, Annie's boyfriend, Michelle Gomez as Miranda Croft, an assassin for hire, Merle Dandridge as Kim Hammond, FBI agent, Nolan Gerard Funk as Van White, FBI agent. It's unlikely we see other major cast members like Michael Huseman as Alex Sokolov and Colin Woodwell as Buckley Ware, since their characters are dead. However, never say never. After all, Alex died in episode 1 but appeared throughout the season in Cassie's Mind Palace. Both he and Buckley could come back as visions or ghosts, or in flashbacks. Release date. On October 27, 2017, it was announced that Kaley Cuoco's production company, Yes, Norman Productions, had optioned the rights to the novel The Flight Attendant. The novel would be developed into what was reported to be a limited television series with Cuoco to executive produce. On July 1, 2019, it was announced that Greg Berlanti had joined the series as an executive producer through Berlanti Productions. And on July 1, 2019, it was announced that the series would join Warner Media's new streaming service, HBO Max. On December 18, 2020, HBO Max renewed the series for a second season. The series premiered on November 26, 2020, with the first 3 episodes available. On October 20, 2020, an official trailer for the series and the rollout plan of episodes after the premiere were released, 2 episodes released on December 3rd, followed by 2 more episodes on December 10th, and then the season finale on December 17th. The hit HBO Max series is due to begin filming on the next batch of episodes in a couple of months, having confirmed that it will be back late next year, possibly by spring. The series will air on TBS in 2022. Reception. For the series, review aggregator Rotten Tomatoes stated that 98% of 64 critics gave a positive review, with an average rating of 7.57 out of 10. The website's critics' consensus reads, Kaley Cuoco shines as a hot mess in The Flight Attendant, an addictively intriguing slice of stylish pulp that will bring mystery aficionados to cloud 9. According to Metacritic, which calculated a weighted average score of 78 out of 100 based on 22 critic reviews, the series received generally favorable reviews. Reviewing the series for Rolling Stone, Alan Spinall gave it 3.5 out of 5 stars and said Cuoco is sharp and likable throughout. 2 necessary ingredients for playing a character who makes a scene wherever she goes. Kaley Cuoco has been nominated for 6 awards for her role as Cassie Bowden in The Flight Attendant, including for her role as executive producer. With that, we have come to an end of the video. Season 2 of The Flight Attendant should be quite good, and we are looking forward to it. What do you think of the series, and what do you think will happen in the second season? Feel free to leave a comment. Thank you for watching.